Hello everyone, semester's going fast. Gosh, week 7 and 8 here coming up. Of course, I'm going to show you a little bit of what's required for final projects. But first of all, we're talking about graphics a little bit here. So I always talk about Wix, you know that I'm very high on that, and as well as Squarespace and other tools that I've made money with clients doing interactive projects. I'm kind of calling them DIY projects right now, do it yourself. So you're build it yourself, you know, interactive website platforms are all the rage also. So unfortunately, they're still very complicated and time consuming. In the hands of non-designers, the results are rarely good. Building an effective interactive website or project requires a designer's eye, creativity, and technical chops. Can you save a few bucks showing your client the DIY route? Yes, you know, with Wix, like I said, WordPress, Squarespace, others. Sure, it will save them money by allowing you to train them how to make their own changes. Now, if they cannot make any changes or content changes, you can change them for a monthly fee, of course, and manage it. Here are the requirements for Part 1 of the final project and Part 2. Your small e-portfolio can have many uses. Many high schools and colleges require an e-portfolio now for a capstone project before graduation is allowed. Now this will give you a head start. Take a look. The different content, and of course a written paper required at the college level. The section of our textbook that is right on, I think, is the different careers involved in interactive media creation. The ones I show here, these areas that seem to have the greatest need that I've seen lately. Content specialists, instructional specialists, writers and editors, of course, and content creators, such as graphic designers, you know, with the web and video skills too. When it comes to writing or even creating content, this quote always comes to my mind. When it comes to creating graphics or brainstorming for ideas, you saw what most pros do with creating a creative brief, designing storyboards for starting projects. This is important, but please take time to experiment with Photoshop and other programs to create and drive filters and effects, which you're going to do actually in the next this week's assignment. Experimenting especially with different colors and also size and variation draws attention. That's what you want to do. You want to be able to control the viewer's eye. When you're creating an interactive interface design, you want it to be attractive, but you also want it to be intuitive for navigation. One important skill is to be able to manipulate, balance between unity and variation. If your design is composed of a group of unrelated elements, then there is no unity. If all the elements in your design are a different shape or color, then the composition will appear to be thrown together and will lack any cohesiveness found in any good design. On the other hand, if all the colors and shapes in your design are exactly the same, then your design won't be very visually interesting also. So a little variation is required to make a design pleasing to the eye. Just remember that. I think I'll repeat that. A little variation is required to make a design pleasing to the eye. Just like when we talk about the rule of thirds when we do our short videos. And I hope to get together with you that when we assemble those. Of course, when you do create graphic interactive presentations or video, it will take soft skills to display or discuss your design and possibly defend your navigation and other layout decisions you made to your clients in your creation. Only with practice and experience can you improve your presentation skills. From my experience of video recording over 100 speaker presentations a year for the past 5 years, I see these main 3 mistakes from presenters. Number 1, getting to the event 5 to 10 minutes before it starts. Then they cannot log in, they have password issues, or have no time to test their PowerPoint or slides, etc. Number 2, they read their PowerPoints to the audience like the audience is in 3rd grade. Number 3, too much small text in their presentations and not speaking close enough to the microphone. Bam, period. There you go. Those are 3 big mistakes that I see all the time. I always think of this quote when I think of pre-production and presentation skills. Since you'll be adding some graphics to your digital portfolio, the DIY like Wix or Google Slides, at the end of this class, I would like to talk a little bit in this short lecture about digital image types and software that can manipulate and create original graphics. Of course, I use PNGs all the time in Photoshop, but I always question myself, how do you achieve originality? Well, you got to learn to use the tools in Adobe Suite. You've got to surf endlessly on the internet to get inspiration. And because remember, a good illustration should communicate the right message to the right audience with design principles that make it effective for communication. Like a good song, movie, video, web series, painting, poetry, video game, illustration, and other forms of artistic expressions, they should show your passion, or in this case, your client's passion. The Adobe apps can really inspire you and give you courage to create. Even like Adobe Character Animator, shown right here. Of course, when it comes to graphics, I think of Adobe Illustrator for the first class I ever took at Lakeland Community College back in 1998. I also think of the recent improvements with Photoshop, XD, and InDesign to manipulate advanced techniques for professionally presentable images. Because of our short semester and us covering a little bit of everything under the interactive umbrella here, we will just use some of the basic tools to adjust photos. I cannot demand that you purchase Adobe Suite either, so using any free tool you can find, that will be fine with me. My student workers get to work with video graphics, design, audio, animation, and more, everything under the umbrella of our interactive multimedia. When I think of design and graphics, I also think of copyright. Make sure you're clear any other licensing or when you're using a photo or graphic legally for your project or your clients. You could be sued down the line, or worse, they could be sued, which will not help your future business for sure. I've used through the years mostly Shutterstock for hundreds of projects, but you'd have to pay for a license for that. So here are a few to check out, and I'm just going to scroll past here really quickly. So actually there's too many to explore, so good luck. Some are free, some are fabulous. Of course, the drawbacks are the resolution might not be as good if you're working with any print projects. Another thing I think of is, why should this client hire me? If it is for marketing needs for a client, there's one answer for that, and you should use it too. Just say,
increased sales.
When it comes to presenting their product or service in the best possible light, they need you to do that, and you can do that and increase sales. Then they become happy, lifelong customers. Beautiful design also improves the perceived value of your product, allowing you to demand a higher price, improving your profit margin. Of course, we're talking print here and web, but we could also lend our services for video and interactive web design, The correct balance of art and white space will increase the likelihood that your audience will read when you give them. Pairing your creations with simple yet compelling graphics will ensure that your message sticks, which leads to improved comprehension and retention. Is the competition tough? Yes. Is it hard to hold viewers' attention? And it's getting tougher every day? Yes. Can you find a way to make money with graphics, web design, audio, music, video editing, instructional design, game design, 3D, animation, along with all the other media? Yes. Yes, you can. I believe you can do it by using the correct tools. Learning to alter photos and manipulate graphics with the fun tools out there will help you gain confidence. Start with small projects and save every one. You never know when a year from now you can use it. Building a portfolio will help you get new clients or even a new job. It can build customer confidence too. Period. Well, I would just like to say that designing all this collateral material and putting it together in one location is going to help you communicate that you are a reliable professional. This increases the client's trust in you, helping to build the emotional foundation of a successful business relationship. I think you're going to have some fun these couple weeks with these assignments. Stay in touch. Thanks again. Contact me anytime with questions. Keep up the good work. Mr. Mac out.